did my father die?
Yikes. Welcome to the 2023 Star Wars Guys Holiday Special.
I gotta tune my instrument. I was a little sharp there. Y'all ready for this? Yeah, go on and slam.
Welcome back to Star Wars Guys Podcast. As always, we are your hosts.
I am Mike.
I am Nate, and you know him well. You should know him well,
At this-
actually.
at
By
this
now,
point.
we
Yes.
got Land Joe Calrissian.
Well.
At the very least, you know him pretty well.
Joe Mark Scores, a special guest once again back on the
Mhm.
podcast. Love to have you back, Joe.
Yeah.
Talk to the
Uncle
people.
is off on, what would you say, bounty hunter business? Jedi
Yeah,
business?
He's on Jedi business.
Is
bounty
he
hunter
Wookiee?
business.
Is he Wookiee visiting Kashyyyk
I
on
love
Life
it.
Day?
We got Derpy 501st in the chat says we want Uncle or Riot. I love it.
I like
we got
it.
the Uncle fans out
I like
there.
it. That is
Uncle
not a
fans.
shot at Joe either.
It's a
No,
tough.
that's fair. I
it's a tough
respect.
chair to fill. I'll tell you.
It is.
But what's great is Joe fills in no matter which of these chairs is empty.
That's true.
I
That's
could be
true.
gone, Joe's
Feels
here.
better, I'd
He's
say. This one. at
This
least.
is going to be so good when we trick everyone in 2021, or 2021, in 2023.
Dude, we got
back.
time.
Our
Man, invented
first
time travel.
episode in 2023, our first podcast, it's going to just come up and it's just all Joe's.
Just
gonna
all
be-
Joes.
We're going to, we're only
It's
going to
gonna
have
be called
the,
this. It's new name. Star
we
Wars Joes.
only
podcast.
have
Joe's,
we only have the budget to keep that shot for like 10 seconds,
Yeah.
but we're going to edit just 10 seconds of, we're your hosts as always. I am Joe. I am Joe. And I am Joe. And we are. And then
we
just
got
their
Lanjo
lightsabers unite.
Calrissian, Jabba the Hutt.
Joe.
Jabba the Hutt.
This is Jojo Banks.
Jojo Binks.
Jojo Binks.
Jojo Binks.
There you go.
Joe has a bunch of good Star Wars nicknames.
It does.
Yeah.
Joe's yeah.
I just have Michael Lorian.
Yeah.
Which is strong though.
It's
That's strong.
You know,
Yeah.
this is the way.
IG-80 Nate.
IG. That's also strong.
Not bad.
That's not bad. I was watching
bad.
Solo today. Infamous Mess.
Sojo.
Memphis Mess. That's a
There you go.
collective. That's good.
That's
yeah,
pretty good.
Memphis Mess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Throwing rocks. Chat's already throwing rocks because Uncle's not here. So
Wow.
Uncle. When you see
Interesting.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and the thing is, though, I get it.
I get it too.
I
I'm
get it.
throwing rocks too.
I get it.
I'm just over here getting pestered.
Yeah.
Not pestered. What's the word?
He's like, I'm just getting hit with rocks.
Pelted? Pelted?
Peltered.
Pelted?
Pestered.
Good.
We'll
Just
get
I'm
there.
getting pestered.
Go away.
People are
Stop.
just,
Stop
people
it.
are just walking.
Stop it.
People are just walking up and whispering in Joe's ear, we don't want you here.
We don't want
We want
Quit
alcohol.
pestering me.
Honestly, I'd rather get hit with a rock. That's worse.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Verbal
yeah.
abuse.
Yeah.
It's worse than
It's
physical.
worse.
Yeah.
Very much worse.
Anyway, we got a special episode for you. The holiday Star Wars Guys Holiday Special.
Holiday special.
You might be wondering what that means. So am I.
I am.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was your joke.
Yeah.
Joe,
Well-
say it too.
Say it.
Yeah, I'm definitely wondering. I have no idea.
This is what we do.
This
We
is
bring
good.
a guest on and we don't tell them the script, and then we just start.
Yeah.
We're going to talk a little bit of Bad Batch. So if you guys are watching live or you're listening to this back, we're going to do a brief, because Bad Batch Season 2 is coming out. So before we
Next
dive
week.
in- yeah, next week. So before we dive into a bunch of our holiday stuff, we've got a few questions that are going to be fun. Everything's engaging.
Some that will not be fun,
a
few questions that'll be fun.
Bad holiday questions.
but some that will be just
Not fun.
downright nasty. no, I don't know.
No, we're gonna
Um,
have some fun questions to dive
good.
into, holiday themed questions. But let's discuss some discussed. Let's discuss some.
We're doing
Bad
great
Batch.
tonight.
Some Bad Batch Season 2 coming up in about a week. So let's talk a little bit about it before we dive into that stuff.
Yeah.
When we think, first of all, when we're starting our season 2,
We got Siri
Nate, what
joining
did we
us.
find? Nate's watched this one off. When we're talking about season 2 starting, first off, it's been like a year and a half maybe since season 1. I know we've discussed it before on the podcast, but it's getting I'm getting my juices are flowing. My excitement is going as far as getting ready for Bad Batch again. I really like Bad Batch season 1. I really liked it. I think it's a show that kind of flew under the radar for a lot of people. I think that like a lot of animated shows, sometimes it takes a little bit longer for people to kind of take the jump into it. I mean, we've talked on here a lot about our history with Clone Wars. Just about every one of us, I think, it had a similar Clone Wars experience of like, So I heard this is
Hmm.
great. I start it.
Roger, 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 Roger.
Hey, Snips.
Hey, Sky Guy. Yeah, it's a no for me, dog.
I must have clicked on the wrong show. No.
Is this Bad Batch?
And then you're patient. But Bad Batch, it was pretty. It was a pretty
Pretty solid
telegraphed.
from the start.
It was a pretty telegraphed move.
Yeah.
Seeing in Clone Wars season 7.
Yeah.
That, we got 4 episodes randomly about this Bad Batch. I wonder if there's a reason. It's because they had a show in production.
Right.
But I really like it. It's a fun throwback to a lot of the action movies
Yeah.
that I grew up with. It has kind of that
Yeah.
A-team feel.
I mean, any Star Wars
exciting.
animation is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
The animation's
especially the
so
animation
much
style
better.
of the Clone Wars.
Yeah,
This is Clone
it's so
Wars.
good. And now we got
Clone
Tales
Wars
of the Jedi with
spin-off.
that same animation style. So
Yeah.
good.
I can't wait for more Tales of
What
Jedi.
about? I'll start with Joe. When
Yeah,
it
mine
comes to
didn't count.
Bad
Start,
Batch-
mine didn't count.
No,
Start
no,
with
for
Joe.
this, for this question.
Nix.
For this question.
Nix.
What is it about Bad Batch season 2 that you're looking forward to most? Like, is it a reunion of the characters, just seeing them on screen again? Maybe it's a specific character. Maybe it's a moment that you're hoping might happen. What do you got?
Yeah, I think
All of it.
all of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. I have no expectations for season 2, and I
Yeah.
kind of want to keep it that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of want to just
yeah.
like, I don't want to have this
Right.
I like it.
grandiose idea of
Yeah.
what's gonna happen. That being said,
That being said, this better happen.
this
or that's not my Bad Batch.
better happen.
If Mace Windu is not back, then you think you rioted because Uncle wasn't here? You haven't seen Riot. We just go nuts. Let's
Loses his mind.
Derby's in the chat. Parker's in the chat. What's
Sorry,
going on,
I
everybody?
stole Joe's microphone. I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
let's pivot to 2023 and have our podcast be the podcast
riot.
that just goes.
Star Wars
We
riots.
see red. All right, go, Joe.
Red.
I'm gonna be quiet for a while.
Yeah. No, don't. Yeah, the train was going this way, and then my mind.
Yeah. Most looking forward to.
Most looking forward to Omega. She gonna keep the bow? Is she gonna
Ooh,
pull
yeah.
with the bow, or
That bow is tough.
is she gonna upgrade to something else? I don't know. I kind of like the bow. I want to see
That is
like
cool.
Bow's
I want to
pretty
see like weapon improvements, and I want to see her get
I
like
do.
nasty with the bow. That'd
Yeah.
be kind of sick. It's like a unique weapon in Star Wars. Like I don't know if
Yeah.
anyone else.
It
would-
is. It is.
Now,
unique.
Chewie has a
I like it.
crossbow, but I mean,
But not a laser bow?
like a
Is that what that
laser
is? I
laser
don't
bolt
know.
bow. I don't know.
It's pretty
It's
cool.
dope.
It's
I love
pretty
that.
cool,
It is
yeah.
pretty cool.
I was a fan of that. Oh, I'm pretty sure Night Sisters have some sort of bow. That's beside the point.
Might be right.
Night Sisters have a nice little bow in their hair.
They
But yeah.
no, they don't.
No, they don't. That would be funny.
We'll
The
fact
Night
check
Sisters
that
are
one.
so like evil and wicked, but they're
Crazy
just
and
They're
very
just-
well put together.
sinister, and they got
always check in the mirror.
cute
and-
little bow.
Yeah.
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 I want to see that. That would be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious on oh my gosh, Sniper Crosshair.
Yeah.
What his
Yeah.
what his
Oh, yeah.
storyline's gonna be. That
His-
one's like
His path with the badge.
is my boy coming back? I mean,
I know
Yeah.
Is he
choosing
going
after
off?
getting
Yeah.
after getting it
Oh.
removed, and then choosing and finding out that he chose to stay with the Empire. It's
know.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you think, going
It's-
off that, do you think he will ever convert back to the Batch? Do you think he'll ever rebel against the Empire, or do you think he's just too far gone now that we know that the chip's out and he's just...
Yeah, he. It feels like that's just kind of the choice he made.
Like, he
like-
just took good soldiers follow orders and just ran with it.
Mm.
Yeah, right. So I guess that's kind of where I'm split. Maybe the easy path for writing is, oh yeah, that's what he chose, and now we make it interesting. Okay, cool. Or is it overly complex and too back and forth to write some sort of screwball back into the batch?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that's kind of what I'm curious about with that.
Sure.
Those are some big things, and then I think obviously just the rest of the team, like you said, it's like a team adventure. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just all about that. Just give me
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Let me just
I mean, I
pretty
love
cool.
be
it.
entertained and watch them
Exactly.
go on quests. Like,
Exactly. That's what I
it's
was going to
fantastic.
say is like the greatest thing about all these different mediums and the different shows with Star Wars is you can get a fix for different things. Like it's exactly what you'd expect it. The Batch, the A-team, they're going on, they're doing missions, cool. They do missions, they go next spot, do missions. Now there's a collective overarching story with the cloning and all that stuff and the Empire taking over. But it is nice to kind of you have some very deep story and character development like Andor. Like
Right.
we have a direction, it's building up character development. You got to pay attention to the dialogue. And then it's like, okay, nice change of pace. Let's go from that straight to Bad Batch where we can just sit and enjoy the animation and enjoy this episode of a mission, and then what happens next? Okay, enjoy that episode of a mission, kind of
Right.
take it for what it is. So I like that I think that's a good play to go from that to Bad Batch, kind of fit that in.
Yeah.
Right after Andor. But
Yeah, and then the ties to or the way it kind of leaves off too of the destruction of Camino.
Yep.
But then some of the Kaminoans escaped escaped, survived. Some of them had hired Fennec Shan to protect Omega. You
Yeah.
have that
Oh,
whole
yeah.
storyline.
Yeah, I
of
forgot about that.
Cad
Yeah.
Bane was coming after Omega.
yeah.
And Fennec was hired by
And all these characters
Lama
popping
Su?
in Boba Fett, dude. Is
yeah.
Boba gonna be?
Boba's
in-
gotta be
is,
in it.
Is Alpha going to be in Bad Batch with Omega? I feel like there's a reason why they tease the naming of that and revealing the fact that Boba was Alpha.
Right.
Like the revealing the fact that he was
Yeah.
he was Alpha and she's Omega.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like at some point they're gonna cross.
I feel like it's kind of gotta be right.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going. I feel like it could.
I don't know if they're gonna. I don't have no idea what the expectation is for Bad Batch. If this is the last season or they're making more, but I feel like eventually.
Yeah, I don't know
We
if
might get
anything's
that.
confirmed beyond this season yet. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We know we're getting some more Palpatine. We saw that from the trailer, which in the
Yeah.
in the Senate's
chamber.
yeah,
Oh,
it looks
man.
awesome.
Which, by the
Um,
way, getting that in Andor too was great. But now we're gonna get the other perspective of actually seeing Palpatine in there too.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. This is
With Ian McDermott back.
Yeah,
So
every
yeah.
time Ian McDermott comes back, I'm like, just always,
Yeah, I love it.
please give me
Play.
Yeah.
more.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm surprised
Yeah.
Nate didn't take the bait there for
More.
some more. There we go.
There it is.
More. I know what I have to do.
I have the strength to do it.
I don't have the strength to do it. But I do have a bad head cold.
No, you're nothing.
But not to me. I have a bad
I
head.
love his nasally voice.
I know.
dude.
I
It's
have
so
a bad
good.
head cold. Can you help me? Can you help me?
Like you just need like a lozenge, or you just need something that's gonna
Get
clear
this
up
man
all the
some
sinuses.
Usenex DM.
Yeah, so no, I'm
Yeah.
everything Joe said. Very
Yeah.
excited for everything going on with Omega.
Yep.
The Crosshair storyline is very interesting, and then like classic Clone Wars and now Bad Batch, the first season. It also these animated shows love to start with this central storyline, and it also you have no idea who's going to intersect into these into these stories. Like again, if you were to ask me coming into Bad Batch season 1, do you think after seeing Ming-Na Wen as Fennec Shan in Mando first, and then obviously Book of Boba Fett, did I think, she'll probably
turn
show up
around
in
and
Bad
voice
Batch?
the
No, I
character?
didn't think
Yeah.
that a younger version of her was
Yeah.
going to show up in
Right.
Bad Batch, a much younger version of her. I mean, this is Clone Wars, Fall of the Fall of the Republic, and now we've only seen her post Return of the Jedi. Cad Bane, there's just so much there. We saw the Wookiee Jedi Gungi holding a lightsaber.
That's true in the trailer.
So I don't know where that's gonna go, but that looks pretty cool. Just
We're
seeing a
gonna
Wookiee
get
with a
Jedi
lightsaber.
on the same side, about the same age, maybe. Oh, the Wookiees, who knows their age, but a youngling.
Yeah, what 150? Look great.
Yeah,
Whatever it says.
youngling though, like, but it fits for Bad Batch being
Yeah.
with Omega. So I'm interested. To
So
see
there's
that.
so many storylines there I'm excited for, but then I think Joe hit the nail on the head. Is that I'm also excited that I have no idea where it's going, and I like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Sid's gonna have her.
Cloning.
Sid doing her,
Secret Total
little,
Sith now.
Sid doing her little Trandoshan mischief, running the bar and all this stuff. She's
Yeah,
gonna be.
that's true.
She's gonna be.
So you want to get some credits, do you?
Yeah,
Okay. How about this
okay.
guy?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my Sid. I'm working on it, and
Yeah.
so I'm excited. Nate,
Yeah.
what
No,
about
I
you?
mean,
You've
same
been
thing.
chiming in, but what are your main things?
I think if Boba does appear at some point, that'd be cool. Just because I'd like to see that interaction with or what the actual significance would be. Like, is there a reason? Like, what about Omega makes her special outside of her just not being created the same as the others and not aging with the others? because we know that makes her that makes her different from the rest of that.
Yeah.
But is there anything else outside of that was done with Alpha, Boba Fett, and Omega, part of their cloning process that actually makes them more like? Is there a reason why she picks up on all the different things that Bad Batch does well with her accuracy and her like Hunter does, like he's very skilled in
his instincts
in
are
literally hunting and like his instincts and
tracking.
Like, tracking, but she catches on and she starts doing that.
Right.
So is
She's
there
kind of good at everything.
Yeah, is there a piece
Right.
of her that she was created in a way that highlights all of the Bad Batch's, like the whole group's strengths
Right.
for her? I don't know, but I like to find out some more about
Did they touch on, like, I mean, obviously she's very different than Boba Fett, right? Did they touch?
She's blonde.
She's blonde.
She's
right.
blonde.
She's she. Did they touch on that?
I don't.
Like, it's like if you're cloning
Yeah.
DNA or whatever they're doing, what are they flipping?
Yeah, that's another thing. I
Like-
don't,
like,
I
hey,
don't
we
know.
gonna-
I don't know if
Or
they
was
did
that just like a byproduct?
Yeah.
Like, hey, we
No,
changed.
I know
so
chat's
much.
got some stuff too, but no, that's a good question. I don't know. I'll have to. It's been a while since I've rewatched Bad Batch, but I know Parker says looking forward to just seeing clones on screen. Love it.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you have more on there?
What?
Do
Oh
you have
yeah,
more to read?
just, and then we got Derpy again, 501st. Where is it on here? It says the same as Parker. Looking forward to seeing clones on screen. More memes of Echo.
Oh, yeah.
Echo is great.
Are we gonna get Echo
yeah.
plugging into a power socket instead of a terminal like R2D2?
I think so.
Just frying himself.
I want to see. Wait. I want to see Echo with
Tech.
I want to see Echo go full R2. I want to see. I want. Yeah, just shoot off.
Flying back.
I want to see Echo.
That's a good scream.
That was really good. I want to see Echo get the little rocket boosters and fly like
Yeah.
R2 did in the prequels. All of a sudden, Echo just flames come out of his feet and his
Yeah.
feet pressed down. He just turns into a droid.
He's just a
He's just full droid.
He basically is. This
He's more
simulation.
machine now than man, Twisted and Echo.
Yeah. Anything else, Bad Batch, before we move
Yeah,
on? to the
I
fun
am.
Stuff?
I remember that when Bad Batch season 1 was coming out, we were very excited also, and they definitely the way that the show ended, with again the importance of or seemingly the importance of Kamino, with the Empire deciding, okay, we have to destroy Kamino because we don't want
The
this
cloning
we don't want
out
this
there.
to fall in.
Yeah.
One, we're done with it because they're moving on to the TK troopers as they're having the commandos train them.
Yeah.
But also we don't want to let this warfare, this technology, any of this come into the wrong hands. We're done with it. Basically, that's the end of this. But then some of the Kaminoans, who obviously create it, escape, and then they
Right.
show up at the end, and they're like handing over some information at this new facility of some like hideout
Right.
place.
Yeah.
So
I do think it ties to Mando.
Oh,
Eventually,
that-
dude.
that's
I've
where I
been
was going
saying-
with it.
I've
That's
been
where I was
saying the
going with this.
Cloning is the connective piece to every Star Wars thing.
that's where I was going with this. We were so excited with it's all coming back. It's all coming back to a little bit of Heir to the Empire.
Heir to
I
the
wish I was wearing
Empire.
my shirt today.
But no, seriously.
But
yeah,
no, that
I'm
was
with you.
one of the big things when we were watching season 1 was we were like, interesting that Mando has this cloning. It's funny because it was such a big part of season 1, especially with us having these questions of they go to this cloning facility. There's this. I wonder what's going on here.
Also, the dude in Mando has the Kaminoan patch.
His Kaminoan patch.
After knowing now
Now
that
we
they're
know
destroyed.
Kamino. Yeah. So
So the fact
he
that
has
they
the-
take it to this
he
other
has the-
facility, they're still operating.
So we were wondering what was the significance of Lucasfilm deciding that we're coming out with a new show right after Mando, and obviously the Bad Batch is clones, Omega clones, On Kamino clones. So much of it is about cloning, but that it's also a part of Mando that we haven't tapped into a ton yet, even though they've been leaving the breadcrumbs
Yeah.
for us. Like, hey,
Yeah,
this is
they
that's
teased it a
important.
bunch.
We're wondering,
Seeing
obviously.
the Snoke tank
Moff
and-
Gideon has literally said with his own, like, we need the hosts for his blood, and they're doing something, but we haven't gotten those
Yeah.
answers yet. So it's exciting because it feels like now that they've set up that Bad Batch season 2 is also the closest show that's now going to come out right before Mando season 3.
Mhm.
You wonder if it has more connections as well, even though the timelines are very different as far as one's
Right.
post Return of the Jedi, one is Revenge of the Sith era. But
I can't wait.
the ties to the cloning, secret cloning facilities, the fact that there are these secret cloning outposts, little facilities still alive post Return of the Jedi, makes me think that we're gonna find out kind of where some of those things came from.
Yep.
With Bad Batch, so I'm
Yeah.
excited, very excited.
Yeah, I like that Bad Batch kind of fills, and all the animated stuff does it really well, but filling a lot of those gaps.
Yeah, and also just give
Because
you
it also
really
makes
cool,
more sense in general why the Emperor can look at that and make a push toward not cloning here, but I can keep the cloning stuff the secret for myself. For the
Right.
stuff I want to do with potentially Grogu and finding to try and get, Force sensitivity involved in that. But then on the grand scale of things, what everybody else sees, it's like, no,
Yeah, that's
Kamino's gone. We're moving away from that. We need to, so that it's almost like, no, I can now control anything involved with cloning, keep it under wraps for myself and
Right.
what I want to do, as opposed to letting this get out that this place exists and that this is possible.
Love it. Excited.
Yeah,
Very excited for season 2. Next
Yeah.
week, our next podcast
yeah.
will be about the
Bad
premiere
Batch.
of Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Season
All
2.
right. Let's dive into it. Holiday special.
Holiday Hobby Waddy.
That's
the
holiday,
Holiday
Um,
Waddy.
let's see. I'm pulling up a list here. Mike,
Yes.
we had discussed a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's backtrack a little bit to our first one, which is a Thanksgiving theme. What about Star Wars or Star Wars related things are we thankful for?
Ooh, and so
This is an open-ended,
Yeah.
and chat, please engage. Feel free to throw
what
out
are you
things.
thankful for
It
in
could
Star
be
Wars?
how Star Wars makes you feel. It could be that it's been an escape for you. It could be that it's you like just enjoying the movies, seeing them in on the big screen. Whatever it is, toys.
It can be specific. Maybe your favorite actors in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe
yeah,
it's just your favorite
nostalgia. All
movie,
that.
whatever it is. Yeah.
We will say we don't have to limit it to one. We'll throw something
throw
out
'em
there,
out.
go to someone else. We'll say multiple things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start off with a controversial one though.
You're gonna start off.
Yes.
Joe?
Ooh.
I'm
Defer.
I'm gonna start off.
Defer.
I'm gonna start with a controversial one.
Oh, you're starting off. Okay, Joe.
And the controversial one.
All right, let's do it. He's gonna say he's
not
thankful
that
for
good.
The Last Jedi, and then this is just gonna set us on a whole.
For Ryan J. Johnson. No, I don't know his name. His middle name might not be Jay. I was just kidding. No, I am thankful for, and I mean this in all sincerity, I am thankful for the Disney era of Star Wars. Now, hear what I'm saying. Doesn't mean I'm more thankful for that than
This guy
the-
said everything for
This guy.
clicks. This guy.
It doesn't
dead to
mean
me.
I'm more thankful for that than the pre-Disney era of Star Wars, where George Lucas created Star Wars, because you don't get one without the other. But I'm very
The continuation of.
I think that first era of Star Wars, there's really been 3 major eras of Star Wars. You've got original trilogy, prequel trilogy,
Yeah.
and now Disney and sequel trilogy and all the other stuff. But the Disney era of Star Wars is something of a punching bag for people sometimes that like to, again,
love
so-
certain moments and absolutely hate other moments.
Well, not only there's some people who won't even say what you just said, who won't say they love certain moments. They'll just say,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I love Star Wars as a kid, and now Disney ruined it. It's
Dumpster
all-
fire.
Dumpster, like literally Disney has not done anything well. I don't like this. I would rather step on a rake and have me hit me straight in the forehead and watch one of them Disney crappy Star Wars jazz. And
Well, here's the
listen,
For
when
anybody saying
someone
that-
starts talking and their lip comes in and the teeth come so far out,
Here's the thing.
that's
about
a
that.
recipe for Star Wars disaster right there.
To help some of those people that might think that, because you don't have to love any of, you don't have to like any of the new Star Wars stuff, but don't let your hate for any Star Wars project take away your enjoyment for whatever you previously liked.
Because
Like,
hate
yeah.
leads
Disney
to
could come
suffering.
out with a movie that absolutely destroys canon and retconned everything, and I wouldn't like it. But it wouldn't make me look at the originals any differently, because I would still be like, no,
Right.
the originals are what I like, and I love those. So
Yeah. So where I was going with that is there's a number of things why I'm thankful for that era. One, I think that a lot
well,
of
we
people.
wouldn't have a podcast.
I think that that's,
Well,
We wouldn't have a
we,
podcast.
we
without
True.
would not have a
People
podcast
wouldn't
without
be
it.
talking about Star Wars the way they are now.
The reason why
good or
there
for
is a
bad.
Grogu sitting on our table, the reason why We are in 2023 having a weekly Star Wars podcast. And I say
Collecting
2023
Funko
because we're
Pops,
almost there.
Collecting shirts and hoodies.
It is my
Building
love of Star
Legos.
Wars has never been stronger. And I grew up with
Yeah.
it, and I loved it then. I wrote my own Star Wars stories as a kid. I still have a little journal of Star Wars stories. They're not great. That's just a reminder that what you think you can write is not always better than them. Granted, I was 6, but
Maybe it was.
I don't write much better now as today than I
Yeah.
did when I was 6. But yeah, so the overall thing there is I think that a lot of people, it's okay if you don't love everything about what's going on in the Disney era
Yeah.
of Star Wars. Even I have things that I really love and things I'm like, oh, that wasn't my favorite, or even moments within the same movie or same show that I go, that's one of the best things I've ever seen. I love that.
Yeah.
That kind of fell flat for me. That's okay. What I think that people need to do in general, and this is not telling people how to enjoy Star Wars, how it is, but just to be thankful always for the stuff you do have. If you are watching Star Wars in 2023 in general, which is the year we're heading into here, it's probably because there was something along the way that you loved.
Yeah.
Something along the way. Even if it's
Yeah.
been a long time ago. Maybe you haven't liked anything for a long time. Be thankful that you still have Disney Plus, which is also in the Disney era of Star Wars. At the click of a button, I can go pull up A New Hope, which I watched
I
two
could
nights
pull up
ago.
McClunky.
Watched 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, I watched A New Hope
Clunky.
with Abigail and my wife and her side of the
Yeah.
family over Christmas holidays. And we sat there. We laughed at parts. We were cheering at parts. We didn't cry a ton in New Hope. But Leia doesn't cry when her home planet is destroyed. But she does comfort Luke when he loses
That's true.
Obi-Wan, who he had met 2 hours before that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Disney, while there have been some missteps, sure. We also just have Andor that just came out.
Loved it.
We had Obi-Wan. We
Yeah.
have Mando
We got
season
Ahsoka
3.
coming out, and I can't wait.
We have Acolyte.
We got Acolyte, mine.
Let's
Talk
let
about
that.
it?
Let's let that. I was just gonna be just quiet after
Yeah.
that. So that was a long first one, but that's
Yeah.
Disney era of Star Wars. I
Yeah.
know. Come at me. Come at me, Chad.
I like that Parker in here says the new shows that are coming out in this podcast. Thank you, Parker. You're thankful
Parker.
he was on the thankful section.
you.
Thankful podcast.
Wholesome
Yeah,
comment.
very wholesome, Parker.
Chad.
We are
love
thankful
it.
for you. We're thankful for you. We're thankful for anybody that watches and listens to our show. Obviously,
Very thankful.
yeah.
Agreed.
Joe, what do
Agreed.
you got?
Yeah, I'm thankful for Star Wars. Nate, no.
Whoa.
Just blanket sweep, which is a true statement, I might add. But
Yeah, blanket sweet.
what's up?
He's thankful for a good blanket sweep.
Just good old blanket sweep. When someone's standing on a blanket, you just
Oh, that
Yeah.
is nice.
right
Yeah.
back. How about John Williams?
Oh man,
Is
yeah.
Star Wars
no,
what it is
No.
without? Yeah, no. I mean,
That
it's
is an
just- the
absolute
answer
no.
is no.
Nope.
Yeah, it's not.
absolutely not.
We've had a podcast a while ago, at least a
Long
year or
time
so
ago.
ago, where we did like a what are your
Uncle was here, of course.
because
because he's the
Uncle loves
the music
he's
guy
the
for
music
us.
guy for sure. We were diving into like what's the hierarchy of like Star Wars doesn't happen if it's this, it's
Yeah.
this, it's this, and you had like your Hall of Famers. You had George
Yeah.
Lucas himself, John Williams,
Yeah.
Alan Ladd Jr. is the Fox executive who is like, George Lucas, you've pitched these
I
to
don't know
all
what
these
this
other
is,
studios,
but-
and I don't even understand what this story is, but I'm betting on you
Yeah.
because I think that you have a good
Yeah.
idea, and everyone else turned it down. And Alan Ladd Jr.
And
was right.
George made billions.
He
And
made a ton. There's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a great one.
I think that he.
John Williams is
Yeah.
the best.
Think of like, well, even other good composers. Just their feel and their sound that I feel like. What's the guy who always does the Christopher Nolan?
Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, granted, I mean, I guess I don't know if he's writing since the 70s. He's older. I don't know if he's that old, but if he were, hear me out. Like, think of the different feel it would have. It would be so different.
Oh,
So
Everyone's
yeah.
theme it would be
so
so
different.
futuristic and like far away
different.
feeling. It'd
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
well, it isn't far
Not that
away.
it would
so
be
maybe that's a
necessarily
strat.
bad, but
It
it's
wouldn't
not
be
the
bad.
same.
It'd be fantastic,
It's not
but
Star Wars though. It's
it
not
wouldn't
the
be
same.
Star Wars. It would be so different.
Mhm.
Just the
Yeah.
mood it sets.
Yeah.
Twin Sons, just
John
Luke
Williams.
just standing
I
there,
like
just like it hits so hard every time.
There's
it's so
something
good.
that John
I
Williams
used to
captures
study
that's
in-
just it's a magical.
Oh yeah.
It's a mystical, magical. It's not a strong, hard hitting sci-fi feel about it
Yeah.
that it is. Like again, the Twin Sons is maybe some of my favorite music of all time.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
the background on my phone
Yeah, it's so good.
of just Luke looking at the Twin Sons because all that it's just
Yeah. Back
love
in
it. Love it.
back in college, I'd be studying for finals and just pull up some John Williams Star Wars music and Twin Sons. and
Also, John Williams in
Force
general.
theme and
Yeah,
Yeah, even non.
just
I
kinda
mean,
everything
I
that he's
love
written.
Indiana Jones,
yeah.
Harry Potter, Jaws, Superman.
so
I mean,
good.
the list goes on.
Yeah.
E.T., Jurassic Park,
Home Alone,
Yeah, Home
There you go.
Alone.
Christmas holiday
True.
special. There we
True.
go.
Gosh, it's just so good.
Yeah.
What else? What else you got?
What else do you got, dude?
What do I got?
Yeah, putting other people
I
on the spot.
think,
Double. Joe's like, I just gave you
I
one.
think the
Oh yeah, pretty good, John Williams. What else you
Yeah,
got?
what else?
What
Okay,
else?
what's better, dude?
What's
What else
better?
you got? Pretty good. What
No,
else?
I'm just thinking. I'm just trying to. I think thankful for Star Wars wise. Like
What? Lothcat
I-
got your tongue?
I'm big into the Star Wars like communities on like Twitter, and that was good. I'll allow it.
There we go. There it is.
Acknowledgement.
I've been waiting for that all night. I'm like, Nate, fumble your words. Fumble your words. Fumble. Lothcat got your tongue?
The Star Wars communities on like social media and
Yeah.
stuff, whether it's just TikTok, Instagram, making videos. There's a lot of content creators I follow. Obviously, we have the podcast on Twitter. It's just super fun, engaging in those. I've met some cool people. We've had some fun guests on the show, so definitely thankful for a lot of those guys and gals.
Been
that
fortunate to
have
be on
been-
some shows.
Yeah,
They've
and been
invited us on.
fortunate
It's
to
pretty
be
fun.
on
Yeah.
other people's Star
Pretty sweet.
Wars podcasts. So the community, getting to know people that just enjoy and can dive in and like geek out about a fandom like Star Wars is great. So definitely that.
Here's a controversial one.
Ooh, please.
Thankful. Chad, hear me out.
Chad, you know
Chad,
me.
Jed,
Hear me out here. Don't jump all over me.
For Star Wars haters.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. They get The Last Jedi
You-
trending every 2 weeks.
Right.
That's true.
Right. And also, if you're ever just having a bad day, you're like, at least I love Star Wars. I'm not a sad, miserable oaf.
That's
I like
true.
it. So we're thankful,
like,
we're
but
thankful
also-
for them
Thankful for
because
them
we can always
because-
look at them and go, at least we're not you.
Not you.
At least I'm not. Yeah.
You can always remember that when
Oh,
it comes down to it,
It's true.
we're right.
Got a good one. Thankful for the Star Wars lessons and themes. That's you guys have heard this on our podcast a lot. One of, if not my favorite thing about The Last Jedi and why I like it so much is because the overarching theme of the talk with Yoda and Luke. Of,
Yeah.
the greatest teacher failure is. The lessons that are portrayed through the screen and the dialogue is fantastic, and I think it's there's a lot of great messages. Obviously, Star Wars as a whole, with the overarching theme of there's always hope, no matter how bad the odds look. Don't tell me the odds.
Don't tell me that.
But those are cool too, and that's one thing about Star Wars that's always interesting.
Yeah.
It's got a good
Sure.
theme that it's always stuck to, and that's one thing Lucas even said when transitioning out and selling was like always make them hopeful.
Yeah.
So
Make
I
them
like
wish, make them hope, make make good.
make
And then
good,
make-
do good,
Make good.
Jedi,
Jedi.
And then
Good.
Andor, and then the Andor show said, "But what is the least hopeful we can
What is-
possibly make it still?
Not going
It'll be a little bit hopeful, but our good guys will also be murderers." Poor Krieger's out there dead somewhere. 'Cause they just,
no.
no, I love it.
But yeah, Star Wars. Thankful for Star Wars merchandise.
Yes.
Toys
Oh,
growing
yeah.
up. Oh my gosh, action figures
Oh,
growing
yeah.
up.
Half my closet gone.
It's part.
Yep,
It's
yep.
if you guys are new to the podcast or you haven't heard from one of our very first episodes, the reason our podcast is called Star Wars, guys, is because when we were little.
It's not because we are all just guys.
Yeah, no,
That's
no,
just a
no,
funny
no.
play on words. That just
That's
happened.
just happened to be.
It just
Yeah.
happened.
Uh,
Yeah,
because
man,
when we
control
were little and we would go to like each other's sporting events and we'd be in the crowd or whatever, we literally had a bag of
Mhm.
Star Wars action figures, and we couldn't leave the house without saying, I need my Star Wars guys. My Star Wars
My
guys.
Star Wars guys.
That was guys.
Yeah, we were
They
also
didn't know you were from
Star Wars
Boston.
guys.
we were wicked smart back then.
We were. I need my Star Wars guys.
No, my Star Wars guys down. Park my freaking car by Fenway Park.
By Fenway Park, I'm gonna take my Star Wars guys.
Star Wars guys down at the harbor. What? What?
Whoa,
Whoa!
Ted.
Where? Yo.
Star Wars guys for life.
Yeah, we were Mark Wahlberg back then, and
But
it
no,
was- it
Star
was
Wars
fun.
guys. So
yeah,
that's,
no,
there's-
that's the
name.
truth.
That's
Star
it.
Wars
That
guys.
is the
and then
truth.
obviously since then our addictions have grown. To the
Festered.
Funko Pops,
We have to
the-
blur this out. Not a sponsor.
the
Not-
Funko
not-
Pops. Turn the Gatorade logo around. But the Funko Pops, the stuff that you got, the posters and the stuff in the Legos, the Grogu's, all of it.
Yeah.
By the way, this just reminds me, and this is not going to be great for our viewing or listening audience, but
Oh, good.
it's not going to
That
be
just
love
excluded
that.
literally
Essentially, this
everybody.
is- what I'm saying is it's not going to be good for our audience. But for us sitting here, I do have to show you guys this picture I just saw the other day. Look at this. So I was at
Explain it.
some
Give us
fun,
a good,
some
visual.
some
Good.
new
Make-
Funko Pops.
Hey, make good.
Oh, new Funko.
New Funkos.
We like
All
to
right.
take trips to a little place we call V-Stock.
Here's Haja. Did you see? Have you
Oh.
seen Haja
I
yet?
haven't.
Little
Okay.
Haja at V Stock.
I like it. I'll allow it. Some good Funkos
a-
we need to add to the
A
collection. Chad, if you wanna get
Roken
us
with a
Christmas
Roken with a crossbow though now, because I've seen other
Oh.
Rokens with a crossbow.
gift. Crossbow.
Okay.
And then we got a couple of these, which
Got
are
some good ones.
yeah. How about this?
What is that? Emperor Palpatine.
But it's comic book edition.
Oh, that looks sick. That's
This is
cool.
Give me
Palpatine
that.
and-
Give me that.
That's cool. Look it up, chat, right now. Comic book
So
Emperor Palpatine Funko.
and yeah,
cool.
and here's the one more. Comic book Ben Kenobi.
Okay, yeah, that's sick. Was that
Mm,
a pink lightsaber?
my man's looking.
Look at that.
My man's
Comic
looking
book?
like gray.
That is sick.
Gray Doctor
Yeah.
Strange.
Comic book
it's great. Dr.
Ben
Strange
Kenobi.
here.
Go look it up.
Yeah,
That's
so
sick.
that's pretty sick. So
Funko Pop.
that I never showed the screen once to
No,
them.
no, they can see from here,
so
but they
look
can
it
look it up
up.
and it looks
Yeah,
great.
it's pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
you have
Sweet.
homework now.
Yeah, yeah.
Moving on. This one's fun. Going off of Funkos. We did Thanksgiving. Thankful, right? Holiday special Star Wars guys. Moving on to Christmas. Presents.
Christmas presents.
So,
Tasty peasants. No,
in
that's not
honor
the
of
word.
the holiday season, this doesn't have to be this year or past years or specifically to a specific holiday, but it could be birthdays, whatever it is, maybe just a gift for whatever. But just memories of greatest or best or just memorable moments of Star Wars gifts or presents.
Mm.
This year, I got my wife's parents gave me a brand new Star Wars calendar
Mm.
Star Wars
to hang,
calendar.
to hang in my office. And it's
Nice.
like 16 months long, so it's the full year, and then 4 months after that. That's just math, kids. But very,
This kid.
I thought he was gonna stop at the full year, and I was like,
very, very cool. Yeah. So that's
cool.
That's one. In past years, gosh, so many Star Wars gifts. I've had some shirts, some different clothing. Some
Yeah,
different
I got a
items
hoodie
that are-
on right now, a little Rebel Alliance hoodie.
Mm.
You know,
Some Star Wars socks I've gotten in the past. But I also got
I guess
some
Star
of my
Wars
favorite
socks
are
on right now. He's naming everything I'm wearing.
one of my
Man.
first Christmases with my wife Abigail. So this is a few years ago. I got she got me Star Wars like glasses. Yeah, I think you've seen those. Maybe have you seen like the drinking glasses?
Oh yeah.
Got
yeah.
like Darth Vader on one of them. The next one's like an AT-AT. The next one's like Yoda, and it's like a set of like 6 or 8.
Not
of
to
them.
be confused with Star Wars reading glasses. It's not like
Not-
a
these are
Vader
not-
mask you put
no.
on
Right.
for
These are not
reading
spectacles.
glasses.
Prescription red
Yeah.
lenses.
Yeah.
These are not readers.
That
Um,
would go. I'm sorry. That would go
now
dummy
we're
hard.
And they came with Star Wars coasters as well. She
Ah,
bought
that's
Star
great.
Wars coasters with them
That's a good
also.
one.
So those are some of my favorites. I mean, it's
love
easy
it.
to say like when I was 6, a
love it.
lightsaber, not a real
Yeah.
lightsaber, but yeah,
a real lightsaber
Yeah.
to a
I
6-year-old
was- that
seems like
was
a good
gonna be-
idea.
that's a good
That
idea.
was
That's
gonna
just
be-
good.
Yeah.
That's just good sense right there.
That's good
That
sense.
was going to be
good
my
parenting.
most memorable, I think, when I was 7 years old. I received in the same Christmas.
Oh.
2 solid gifts.
This kid remembers things from when he was 7.
Darth
I don't remember
Vader.
things from
Darth
7
Vader
days
helmet.
ago.
I still have it. Darth Vader helmet. It's got the voice change and everything. Um,
That's solid.
and to go along with it, the very first. Still have it. It's not in here, but the very first.
Still have it.
It's not
in here.
It's in our other room with all of our other Funkos wall.
It's
Funkos.
in that. It's in the
It's in the
dumpster
Funko.
across the river
No,
in
it's,
Illinois.
oh yeah, I would never. It is the very first, the first LED lightsabers they ever made.
Oh,
That were
Oh, yeah, you did
licensed.
get that
this
first.
was before Disney was around, obviously.
This was the Vader one.
This was Darth Vader,
Yeah.
first ever LED light up.
This is years before Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, first
polycarbonate
ever
tubing. Yeah,
Darth
Yeah.
Vader LED light up lightsaber.
Yeah,
Can't
that
remember
was
the
pretty
company
cool.
at the time. It's not. They're not doing them anymore.
Did it come in the
But it was
black
you know,
box?
Lucasfilm. Yeah, black box, Lucasfilm licensed, but
Yeah.
it
Pretty
wasn't.
cool.
Now I think they're all like Black Series or whatever. Whoever does them now, but
Mhm.
like the actual official ones that they do now. I can't remember
Pretty
what it is, but
sweet.
at the time, it was like I don't know who it was. I'll have to check the box, but yeah, that was. I remember getting that, and I was like, "This is the coolest thing I've ever." Before that, it was like the throw out plastic lightsabers, right?
Which are fun because you can actually whack
they're
those.
great
That's
because you
actual,
can
yeah.
whack, but they're like
Yeah.
plastic little throw out. There's no lights or anything, and then I went from that to,
And you're like-
just actually the LED strip lit up all the way, and I was just like, "This is
the
the
best-
coolest thing I've ever seen." And of course, it was Vader with the Vader mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
hard to
it
beat.
was the
The best
coolest-
slash worst
coolest
thing
thing
about
ever.
the plastic retractable ones is when you would stab someone and it didn't retract. And it would be like this, like, oh,
But,
like,
oh,
sorry,
gosh,
oh,
it got
sorry,
stuck.
it's supposed to go in easier, and then it retracts.
Or
Like,
when
it didn't
you, like-
retract on my ribs, I'm bruised.
You whip it out and you're gonna holster it and you
Yeah.
kind of put it into your side a little bit so it
Yeah, you got to.
and they would all collapse, but it was always the last one, the pointiest
Last,
one.
yeah, that
the
one
last,
stuck.
the whole thing, and then just a little nub sticking out.
Ah,
shake.
Yeah.
Every time.
But,
Yeah,
Yeah, so
absolutely.
that was my probably one of the most memorable in terms of Star Wars. Also at a younger age, I was like, dude, this is even now. I'm like, this is cool.
I was like,
I've gotten,
I got one a while ago, like a year
I've
ago,
gotten
and I'm
a couple
still like,
lightsabers
no,
since
it's
then. We
awesome,
went
yeah.
to Galaxy's Edge, but
We
at
just
the
got
time,
some at Galaxy's Edge a couple years
but
ago.
with it being like the first ones that they ever made that way,
Yeah,
it
that's
was just
pretty sweet.
revolutionary. The technology, we're like, this is the coolest thing I've ever
Yeah.
seen. I was like, this is real.
I remember you turn off the lights in your room.
Turn off the lights,
We
turn it
film
on.
them, Yeah,
I'm like, this is
pretty
this is
sweet.
sick.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
pretty sweet.
I think seldom a holiday / birthday goes by where I don't have something on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Relating to Star Wars. I got a Galaxy's Edge artwork book. I'm gonna restart that. You guys get it. Chat gets it. Coffee table book. Got that. Super cool. I
Yeah.
like flip through it. It's all their like designs and stuff for
I love
Galaxy's Edge. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's pretty
Um,
sweet.
Got
it.
Shadow
When
of
are
the
we
Sith.
going, by the way? What
Oh,
date are we
um,
going together?
Tomorrow,
throw 'em.
right?
Are we?
Did I?
Yeah,
I don't know
the
if Joe
flight
was
leaves
here.
tomorrow,
Did I
right?
tell you
I
that
could
Peter
commit.
Cunningham FaceTimed me from Galaxy's Edge
His kid.
last week?
His kids. He's out. Get him out.
Last week.
Get him out.
Get
He's
him
not
out.
telling us?
Last week he FaceTimes me from Galaxy's Edge.
man.
He just my phone's ringing and I'm like, "Hey Peter." And I thought he couldn't see me at first cuz he's like I was like, "Is he looking for a signal or something?" And he does this and just turns and he's on Smuggler's Run and he's
The-
literally in
the
line in the
Millennium
Millennium
Falcon
Falcon.
is right behind you.
All right, you never
Millennium
heard
Falcon.
Millennium Falcon. And
Yeah.
he's like, "What's up, dude?" He's like, "I'm just smuggling."
Smuggling. Gotta
Just-
catch a ride.
Just
I'll tell you
smuggling.
that.
Yeah.
He did. I was on the phone with me for like 30 seconds. I said, "Dude, that's awesome." He said, "I wrote it 4 times." I said, "What position on you?" I've been the engineer. Hopefully my luck's about to change. Actually, I gotta go. Bye. I'm like, he's getting on again. He's like, he just keeps riding it.
Punch
It was
it.
awesome.
Dude.
That was
Oh,
awesome.
that's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, flight leaves at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, we're in.
Good,
Chat, you're
good.
in.
Yeah,
it's
chat's
all
in.
right.
Everyone's
All
going.
right.
All paid for. I don't know by who, but
Yeah. It was the haters.
they hate.
The haters.
That's why I was
They'll
thankful
pay
for
for
them. They
We're
did pay
thankful
for it.
'cause we feel better about ourselves because of you,
Make
but
'em
also
pay.
you fund our travel.
You fund our travel, whether you know it or not.
That's great.
Yeah, so-
Secret Star Wars
That's
tax.
great.
Yeah, that's some recent stuff.
That's cool.
Most memorable, not exactly a happy story,
Oh, gosh.
but
We'll cut this out. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We're not live.
yeah, I know.
Gosh.
I
Can you
put.
imagine if we were live?
Oh gosh, they would have heard us doing
Terrible
Just a
things.
Random they would have heard Joe's nuts.
Yeah, they would have heard that for sure.
They would have heard Nate's, when
When
Loaf
Loaf
Cat got
Cat
his tongue.
Yeah.
snack. Yeah, would hear all kinds of
Yikes.
things. I had on my list. My pocket the couple of damn niggas. We're gone.
love it.
On my list, I had the I don't know what like the kit model number was. It was the Imperial Star Destroyer, but it was like I mean, it's like as big as this table. It's like like a 6,000,
yeah.
8,000 piece Star Destroyer, and it was
Lego.
expensive. Lego. I'm sorry, I
Dude.
don't know if I said that.
Dude.
And it was like $500. I'm like, it's kind of pricey. I was like, Mom was like, I want this. She's like, for sure. I was like, all right.
For sure.
So I was like, I got it locked in. Christmas happens. Got a lot of cool stuff. I didn't get it, and I was like, well, kind of bummed. I was like, my birthday's in a couple
Yeah.
months or whatever. So I was like, hey,
Yeah.
Mom. I was like, is there, did something happen or something? She's like, oh, did we not buy it? I was like, no. She's like, we'll get it for your birthday. I'm like, for sure. Same
Birthday
thing.
comes around.
Birthday
doesn't
comes,
get-
goes, and I was like,
It's a one
Mom, I was
thing
like,
I wanted.
I love my gifts. Don't want to complain, but I was like, what happened?
I don't
and
see
she's
a
like,
box
"Oh,
as big as
man."
this table.
And at that point, and my birthday's like end of March, so it was like April or something. So I like look it up, and it was like $800. I was like,
Now
that's
it's
more
way too much.
expensive. Cut to within like 2 years, it was $2,500. I think it's still like $3,500 now. You can't find them, and
Yeah, you can't get
it's like a
those.
collector,
It's,
and could have had it at $500.
Yeah.
So
And you
pretty.
still bring it up every Christmas.
I do. Like, hey, Mom, remember that Imperial Star
Remember when we
Destroyer
lost
gift I didn't
2,000
get?
Remember when we lost $3 grand?
$3,000 on
because I
an
could've had
investment?
this?
You go, Mom. It's never too late. It's only $20 grand.
Yeah, it's only-
20 grand. You
grand.
did say for sure.
You did say
sure.
for
I don't care if you have to
sure.
sell your house, Mom. You promised.
You promised.
We can live in it.
It is probably big enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so still kind of sad, but it's all right. One day I'll win the lottery and I'll buy it.
There you
I
go.
like it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Sarah's in the chat says he does.
Let's go.
Exposing. He does bring it up every year.
Let's
He brings
go,
it
Sarah.
up. Sarah with
He
the
brings
inside
it up.
scoop.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that one, it hurts a little bit to talk
Yeah,
about.
I
But
can tell. I can hear it in the voice.
yeah, Louise crackles. It's a couple tears, it's all right. Who's cutting
Yeah.
onions?
Yeah. Hey,
Hey,
if
we've had
there's-
some
if-
good.
listen,
some good presents.
if this
so.
podcast, if there's one thing we are, it's real.
it's real.
It's real.
Oh, yeah, let me finish. Real dumb.
Yeah, that's one thing we are.
One thing,
Oh, wait.
one of many.
No, there's not a way to talk about that. Real dumb.
He's trying to think.
I'm proving my point. We're dumb.
We're done.
Next. No.
Next.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
there's so many gifts to count. I mean,
We've gotten a lot, even for each other. We've gotten like Funkos and different things. Got a
Great stuff.
Dark Saber Moff Gideon.
one of my
Mm.
favorite
Kenobi,
gifts.
Some good ones.
I've gotten, and again, this is a gift, but it wasn't even a Christmas gift. It was a birthday gift. But since we're talking about it, a couple years ago, we went out to lunch for my birthday with my wife Abigail and her parents. They wanted to take me out to lunch, a place downtown St. Louis. And the place they wanted to go to, I didn't find out until we got there. They specifically wanted to go there just because one day they were walking down the street and they saw through the glass that there was a big Star Wars arcade game, and they knew that I'm like the Star Wars guy, and
Star Wars guys.
Star Wars guys.
so we went there. We ate at this like fun diner, and it was great. And we ate, and right when we finished, they're like, "And here you go." And they gave me like 21s, and like, just have at it. We're gonna go like, it's like walked around and did stuff.
Just by
And
yourself.
I just sat there and played. Oh no, it was a Star Wars pinball machine. I played like $20 worth of Star Wars pinball.
That pinball game is fantastic.
It's
That's a
They have
awesome.
one at Mission Taco
Oh, it's
Oh,
Mission
yeah.
Taco now.
down the road.
I
a little
love-
ways.
Social,
yeah.
too.
Yes.
Dogwood.
Yes, Dogwood Social. Yeah.
Mission Taco, is this the Kirkwood one?
Kirkwood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
whole
We love that.
arcade
We
area.
love Mission Taco.
Yeah.
This podcast is sponsored
By Mission
I wish
Taco.
I wish it was.
It's a great segue. into
Um,
this podcast is sponsored by Mission
Star Wars
Taco.
pinball machine is great.
It's a good-
And I will be
it's a good
playing it
game.
next time we go to Mission Taco now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have the whole
That
room
is a good
there
one.
at Mission
Yeah,
Taco.
skee ball too. Skee ball's great.
I gotta get
Yeah.
at. We gotta end this podcast. I gotta get
Yeah,
to
we
Mission
got
Taco.
a
You wanna?
skee ball and then flight, right?
Nate.
Yeah.
Nate, where can people find us other than at Mission Taco?
Galaxy's Edge?
Galaxy's Edge. Mission Taco now. Galaxy's Edge
Galaxy's
later.
Edge tomorrow.
Yeah.
I
But
love
yeah,
it. so many Star Wars gifts.
So many gifts. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Speaking of gifts too, the community from like TikTok and stuff has sent me gifts like these Lego sets. I didn't have any of these
that's pretty
before.
sweet.
People sent me some of these things. First off, what great people we got on here. I mean,
Great people.
what in the world? Who just? I mean, these things aren't cheap, and they're sending some Lego helmets and stuff to build. We got a Lego.
Lego?
Lego.
Legume? We got some beans out
We
here.
got a Lego Grogu over there too, which I still need to build. That one's gonna be a lot of fun to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so extremely thankful for those. That was a thankful and a present at the same time.
Yeah,
That's
look at
awesome.
that.
How about that?
Thankful.
I love it.
and-
We want to go into our
The
last
holiday would
big-
not be complete without a little bit of New Year's. Is that where you're going?
That's how I was going. Last big holiday.
Nice.
We labeled the 2023 for a reason. New Year's wishes as we move into the new year.
Star Wars
rather than
New
New Year
Year's wishes.
resolutions, because I wasn't gonna make a resolution. We joked about doing watch a Star Wars movie every day for the whole year, or a Star Wars something. You have to watch an episode of something. I could watch.
I
Ooh.
think
I could
there
knock
are
out
more
Clone
than
Wars.
365
Yeah.
X, right?
Yeah,
Show,
probably.
movie,
For
whatever,
sure.
of Star Wars.
Yeah.
It'd be more than
you
one
could
a
do
day.
a Star Wars
Could do
thing every day. But there you have it. We're doing Star Wars wishes.
What
as
do we
go
wish for
into
the new year? Yeah.
Yeah.
Something we're making wishes for 2023, like things
Wishes
we'd like
for
to see.
2023. Yeah,
All right. All right.
and that's it. Joe,
All right. Well,
I
Joe,
wish.
Where can you
Joe,
find?
I wish while he rubs the lightsaber. I don't know. Not a genie.
You want to start us off, Joe?
Yeah, I wish. I wish. Can we hope?
Yeah, well,
How does
That's
hope
good.
and wish change here?
No,
Well,
it's the same.
it's good because we do.
No, I mean
Because rebellions aren't built on wishes. Okay.
built on wishes. Rebellions are
Wish.
built on genies. Yeah. No, yeah, that's good. We'll allow
yeah.
it.
Hope, wish.
Hope,
Want,
wish,
Looking
want,
forward to.
making
something
a-
along the-
yeah, making it.
Yeah.
Wish sounds like regretful. Of I wish this would have happened. That's not what we're talking about. It's
no,
like
no,
wish.
We're talking about
like, oh, I
making a
hope that
wish.
we get this
yeah,
thing.
I hope we get this.
Good.
I hope
Yeah.
this.
This is more of a hopeful future.
Okay.
Than like, oh,
Yeah.
I wish they wouldn't have had this director. It's
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Very hopeful. Looking forward to. Huge excite. Jedi Survivor, the Fallen Order follow up.
Dude.
yeah.
I'm so excited for that game.
Yeah.
It is
That's,
gonna be fantastic.
What's the date on that game?
2023.
Oh, that's
yeah.
all. Yeah.
I don't think there is.
No,
another
but
release
that's
date.
I actually don't know if there is.
I don't know.
No,
There might
that's
be-
that's
there might
pretty
be
much
a
video
release
game.
date.
That's
I
video
don't
games
know.
for you.
If only
There
we
might
had
be a release date,
at
but
our
I'm not sure.
fingertips a knowledge base.
That's true.
Oh, if only
While
we
you're
had
looking
information
that
we
up,
could tap into.
for those
My
that
goodness.
have PlayStation, the PlayStation Plus thing, I believe that Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order, is going to be offered as a free. You know, it's going to be added to that
Ooh.
PlayStation Plus.
I think it's free on
subscription here
PlayStation,
soon, next month,
Xbox
January.
Game Pass Ultimate. If it's not free, it's like
Yeah,
$2. No, it is free, and Steam has it on sale for like $4. So you
yeah.
can just
Which
own
I've
it.
already got. I've already played it and completed the whole thing on Xbox when it came out. But
Yeah.
I haven't gotten it on the PS5, so I'm excited to try it out once I can get it as part of the subscription. Plus,
That's
I need to
pretty
redo that playthrough all over again anyway before the Jedi Survivor comes
Joe's
out.
got news.
Joe's
Oh,
got
it's-
news.
it's
Joe's
good
got
news.
news.
It's good
Joe's
news.
got news.
I feel like
Joe's
it's
got
soon,
news.
right?
It's Q1, March 17.
March
Q1.
17th.
March
One.
17.
Wow.
I like that a lot. I like it a lot.
Fantastic date. You look at these
Probably the greatest.
Oh,
date
come on.
we've
Oh,
ever
we're
seen.
ready for Star Trek. Come on. I don't know.
dates.
Q7. Yeah, Q7.
Parker, peace out. Got to go. Happy New
I
Year.
love it.
Hey, Parker, thanks for tuning in. We are thankful for you. We appreciate it. And Happy New Year. Yeah.
Happy New Year's.
Happy
New
Uh,
Year's,
New
New
Year's.
Year.
New Year. That's a great.
That is
a great debate.
that's something I've thought before.
I think it's New Year. We're not getting.
It's Happy New
multiple
Year,
years.
but
I mean, but then people say like, "What are you doing
Happy
for
New
New Year?
Year's.
What are you doing for New Year's? Is that like
New
for
Year's
New Year's
Eve.
Eve?
Yeah.
New Year's Day
Yeah.
for the new
Yeah.
year.
I mean, it's definitely
Yeah.
Happy New Year, right?
Yeah, Happy
Yeah,
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
I
Because
like
it's just
that.
one New Year. They're not like, "Hey, here's
Yeah.
3 New Years for you."
There you
Yeah.
go. You
Good
get
luck.
you get 3 at once. You can live them simultaneously
There you go.
too.
Wow.
Have fun with
Man.
that.
Woo.
That's tough.
That's tough.
Survivor.
Survivor.
Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, numero uno.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to that. And then I know we already kind of talked about Bad Batch and Mando, but just the fact that they're happening so soon,
Very soon.
Yeah.
I'm
It feels like it
That
was
reminds
yesterday.
me,
that
dude. You gotta
I
before
mean,
you
yeah.
leave. You gotta throw the Oculus on for 2 seconds and look
Oh,
at Vader Immortal. If
I
you
sure
haven't
do.
tried it.
I do.
It's
do
crazy.
that. Yeah.
You tried it.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Pretty wild.
It is pretty sweet.
With the Star Wars game, it made me think of that.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So
Love it.
Survivor.
and
Yeah,
then just the TV shows that are
mean,
happening just
I was
immediately.
gonna say
in
that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
Q1.
Yeah, just the new shows.
It's so much so fast. It's great.
It's not
It
necessarily
can't
that
happen
I
fast enough.
wish. Oh, well, actually, I've got 2. One is an actual wish.
I know what Nate's doing.
I wish.
I know where it's going.
I wish.
I think it's movie related.
we get a movie announcement.
Yeah.
2023. It doesn't.
Wait,
need to-
wait.
It doesn't need to come out. I just want an announcement. I want a title. I want a title.
I was gonna
direction
say,
of
even
where
an
we're
I
going.
want a
announcements-
script. I want a release
Yeah.
date. I want the full.
I
thing.
Because
want
even
the
an
cast.
even
Is
an
it enough?
announcement's
Is
not
it
that
too
much.
much to ask
No.
to be in it?
Yes,
Kathy.
Nate
I know you're.
Nate
you're
I know
has
lost.
Kathy's
lost
in
his
here.
mind.
I wish to be in.
But even an
Star
annou-
Wars
yeah, Nate.
movie.
Kathy's
An
Derpy
announcement is-
501.
We didn't say the wishes have to come true. I wish to be in a Star Wars
An
movie.
announcement
I'll
is
say
not
it.
necessarily all that we need, though. We need an announcement
yeah.
and like a date, and here's the director.
I want a
Come
time
out on
frame.
stage and tell us a little bit about it, or something like that, just so we can get a little. Again, not that I'm being bitter, but we've got some of these Star Wars dates that when dates
The
are
dates
announced
never
now.
come true.
When dates are announced now, we go
Bad Batch was supposed to come out
Well,
a year ago.
Means nothing to me.
Rogue Squadron. Was
Means
announced
nothing to me.
2.5 years ago now, almost 3 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Taika's movie after
Yeah, I want a movie.
after
I
God
want
and Thunder. People
yeah.
are saying Taika's movie may not even be happening now. We'll see.
I don't want.
don't
I
know.
mean, I do want obviously an announcement's a step in the right direction, but I would love to get like
although Sean Levy's doing
some
Star Wars.
information, whether it's a title or just even like the era that the movie is, like
I said it before. I say it again. High
what
Republic.
characters might be in it.
Joe has
I want
said it
some
before, said
news
it again.
information.
High Republic.
Joe said it before, so begin.
I'll say it again. Let me say it again.
Yeah.
High Republic.
He said
High
before, said it
Republic.
again. High Republic.
Yeah. A lot of the rumors are leaning towards a post, episode 9.
I also
For the
wouldn't be
next
sad
round.
about that.
But that would, that'd
'Cause
be
that's
sick.
just
I just
like
want a Star Wars movie, whatever
free.
it is. Whatever it is.
Right now, I'm not picky.
I'm
as
not
far as
I'm not
movie.
picky.
Beggars can't be
I just
choosers.
want
I do
a-
want
Beggars
High
Can't Be
Republic,
Canyon,
I
Beggars
want Old
Canyon.
Republic. I want post episode 9. I want
I
all
want-
of it, but
I want.
I'll take anything.
I want Star Wars. I want Star Wars.
But yeah, that
Eternal.
would be my wish. That would be
Yeah.
a wish for 2023. Star Wars, update on a Star Wars movie, whether it's a title or at least some information about when it will be released and what it would be about.
I am thankful that during this time of little
This guy's going
Star
back to
Wars,
He's going back to Thanksgiving.
I am thankful and hopeful
and wishing.
and New Year's full.
We got Vincent in the chat. We got Elon Musk in the chat. Look at that.
Oh,
Whoa!
shoot.
Yeah. What up, guys?
Give me one of them yellow checks. Do it.
It's a verified business or
I'm
something.
I'm like Nike or something.
That's great.
No,
Vincent,
I am.
We're talking about wishes. We're on to a Star Wars holiday special. If you guys are just tuning in, or if you skipped to this part, Star Wars guys holiday special. We're talking about wishes for 2023. So Star Wars wishes going into the new year.
really just a few things that like, oh, if I not
Things
I
you
want
like,
this
things you're
this
looking
way.
forward
It's
to.
just like, oh, some things I hope. It's when I think of it, it's like your Star Wars your Christmas wish list is not I demand that this happens or else Christmas is canceled. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, here's a couple of things that I'd be interested in.
Or
And
here's
then that's it.
here's a whole bunch of things
Here's
I'd be
some things
interested
that-
in. I might get one or two, but I'm not gonna
Yeah.
get all of them.
I'm not gonna get all of them.
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna get an Obi-Wan season 2.
Yeah.
Probably not gonna get Probably not gonna get a
Lunch with Hayden
Boba Fett
Christensen?
season 2.
Lunch with Hayden Christensen.
Lunch with Hayden Christensen.
Probably not going to happen.
Might not get it, but we can wish for it.
Statistically, there is a chance it exists.
It does exist.
But
But, yeah.
There's a chance.
here we go. Can I wish for some news on Eclipse? Whatever happened to that game?
Oof.
That trailer was insane. Is it?
I can tell you.
Is it? Oh, did I
Well,
miss
as
the?
soon
Did I
as
miss
it's
the
a
ship?
There's a little turmoil.
As soon as it came out, it got a ton of heat because not because everybody
There's
says
a
the game looks
company
incredible.
behind it. Has
But
some,
I
some
think it's
turmoil
one of
that,
the-
led,
I
I don't even
believe
think it's the
cancellation of
company
it.
as a whole. I think it was one of the higher ups in the company who's like, I don't know, either the CEO or whatever. I don't know. I kind of push that
Mm.
all when that happened, I kind of read up on it, and I was like, I don't know if this game's gonna happen or not.
That's
So I
unfortunate
kind
then.
of I'm not getting my hopes up because the game itself looks incredible. That thing
That was
they
like
released
Dune.
was
I mean, it was
huge.
Dune
Yeah,
with
it
Star
looks-
Wars.
And I love Dune.
The
I
game
can't wait till
itself
Dune.
Dune was
looks-
incredible.
can't wait
Can I
till
wish
really
for
cool.
Dune 2?
Yeah.
Dune 2
Yeah,
is-
Star Wars wish list. Dune.
Dune
I mean,
2 is
but
coming
can we
out
be
this year.
Yeah.
Hey, George Lucas.
Come
he-
on.
I wouldn't want to say he
Vincent
stole.
said, "Dude,
I mean,
He
look,
used
really?"
ideas.
he says he's an old hermit living out beyond the Dune Sea.
That's right.
Spelled the exact same
That's
way.
true.
Now, sand dunes do
Spice.
exist,
Spice.
but same thing.
There's a lot of stuff from Dune and Star Wars that were.
Oh, there's, of
inspired.
course,
Tons
yeah,
of
yeah,
stuff.
there's a lot of
yeah.
stuff.
He had ideas.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with
Frank
ideas.
Herbert had some ideas, and George Lucas said, "I like some of those ideas." And I'm gonna take-
I like those ideas. I'm gonna
Tatooine Desert.
our ideas.
Spice.
and that's just how, and that's how it works sometimes. J.K. Rowling
Yeah.
saw a little bit of what George Lucas said. I like some of those ideas too.
Avatar.
We're gonna
James.
change
I
that a little bit.
mean, James Cameron literally said Peter Jackson with what he did with Lord of the Rings trilogy was a huge inspiration for his Avatar movies and why they're filming so many at one
Yeah.
time. And
James
all this
Cameron
stuff.
also said that the real sinking of the Titanic was huge inspiration for his movie. Shoot, what was that movie called?
What was it? Jack and Plank or something? Jack
and
at the
Plank,
bottom of the
Jack
sea.
and Plank.
Jack and
Jack and 12,000.
Jack
Leagues
and
Under the
Jill.
Sea.
Jack and
Jack and
Tulip.
Jill.
Jack and Tulip.
Jack and Tulip.
Yeah.
Jack and Jill took a dive. Is what it's called.
Jack and Jill took a dive, but Jill
Vincent
swam
in the
back
chat
up.
says, "Dude, really, Lanjo? I totally forgot about that game." Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That,
Yeah,
that's-
that's. And unfortunately, with
Hey, Elon,
But-
in chat.
but-
Elon,
I got a
by
company.
the-
Elon,
for,
while
I
I
got,
have you,
I got some ideas for you, bud.
buy this company and release this game.
And
No,
release the
but
game.
speaking of games, whether that game comes out or not, there are some. I'm pretty optimistic about some things that have been announced. There's some open world Star Wars games that are in development that are maybe not coming in 2023, but we might get some updates.
Wish for news?
on some of that stuff. Yeah, so excited
It's
about
exciting.
that. Obviously, we got Jedi Survivor, but
Yeah.
some other stuff. I really want a open world Star Wars game. 'Cause,
Oh, yeah.
Do you want open world Star Wars like Elden Ring, where it's more like, huge map and you kind of do all the quest things, or more towards the scale of like the first Jedi Fallen Order, where you can kind of jump between like smaller
Yeah.
maps, if you will. You know what I mean?
I would love
Or both.
full open world character selection, and you've got the freedom if you want to be a bounty hunter, a Jedi, you can be that and do
Full
those
like
things.
RPG,
Yeah.
just all the
Obviously,
every
there's got to
tag.
be some restraints on those for the sake of story and stuff
Yeah.
within the game. But
I think you just want to live in the Star Wars universe.
that's exactly what I want to
Okay,
do.
yeah, I
That's
can.
exactly what I
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
I feel
small
that.
wish.
Yeah.
It's a
He
small
hopes
wish.
that this next year,
Yeah.
Star Wars is
Vincent
that-
says,
that's
"Is live
it's
action
everywhere.
Rebels happening this year?" That's honestly my wish for 2023. Basically,
Basically.
That is, that's Ahsoka
Yeah.
right
the
there.
Ahsoka show.
Mhm.
We're getting the Rebels cast together.
Do we
get the
think
live
Zeb
action.
is in this?
I want
talked
Zeb to
about
be.
this
There's a
recently.
wish.
and
There's a wish
A,
and a
Callus,
half.
live action
and
Zeb?
Callus.
Callus, but I want to see what Zeb would look like.
Well,
animated
that's the one thing
character.
about
Hmm.
now it's not live action, but Jedi Fallen Order. The
True,
graphics
it's
are
different, yeah.
to look realistic, and they have
Yeah,
a-
true.
It's anime. I mean, it's digitally created, but it's a live, a
Live action,
realistic.
quote, unquote.
Yeah.
What are those? What is this thing called? I'm drawing a blank. His
Oh,
species,
Are you
the
talking about
OG,
the-
the
the,
OG
the,
Wookiees.
Lasat.
Yep.
Yeah, the Lasat. but yeah, to see one actually like full animation and special CGI and stuff, special effects would
So
be,
cool.
would be cool. James Cameron could do it.
James Cameron,
Yeah.
you do it.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Avatar
I like
passed
that.
over $1 billion today.
Vincent says he's wishing for Star Wars games. They need more.
Yeah.
More Star Wars games. I think Joe is right as far as whether it's a show or a movie. It's only a matter of time before we get at
Yeah.
minimum an animated or a live action Disney Plus series set in the High Republic. They've done too much,
Like,
not too much in a
not
negative
just
way.
Acolyte.
They've
'cause
done
that's
so
end
much.
Of High Republic,
No,
but,
yeah,
like,
I mean
fully diving
specifically,
into
maybe
yeah.
even featuring some of the characters that we've started to get.
Give me Loden Greatstorm.
That's
Dude,
exactly
give me
where I was
Loden
going.
Greatstorm.
Give me Loden.
Give me Loden, but also one of my favorite characters in the High Republic book so far, Bell Zettifar is a beast.
Bell Zettifar.
I love Bell.
Give
dude.
me anything to do with the Nile.
I know.
Yeah.
I am the storm. I am the eye.
The story. Yeah.
Did you
dude.
see the car driving around with the 3 lightning bolt streaks across the front light? I was like, oh man. Oh man.
That's-
It's part of the
that's-
Nile.
That's one of two
That's it
things.
right
That's
there.
either the Nihil or Jurassic Park.
I
You got
I
something
want it.
going
I want
on
it to be
there.
Nihil inside of me.
Yeah, that's it. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, some High Republic.
I think it was blue. So
Yeah,
that's-
that works.
That's why I went.
Dude, what
Nihil.
if they made a? You know what they should do?
Should I do that to my
they
car?
should. I mean, I know they're doing Acolyte,
Sure.
which is end of the High Republic
Sure.
era. But if they want to continue sort of testing the waters in that before fully committing to like a trilogy or like the big screen for that, give us an animated series in that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
In
That
that time
there's
period. That would be sick, like a Clone Wars animated.
You know, it's so
series
easy to
following,
animate stuff.
Yeah, just do that. It's
Just
way
dude,
easier.
Disney, I don't get on it.
It's funny you say that. Filoni was talking about
animation takes so long.
I know.
brutal.
Filoni was talking about Ahsoka, and I saw he was asked. You know, he's talking about the difference and how he's like, when we're creating animation, you can direct it in a way that I can go through and visually make all these things. We can release trailers, whatever it is, and then I can come back and go, I want to change that before the release. Like I want to,
Yeah.
whether it's an outfit, it's a look, it's a smirk, I can go in and change it. But he said one of the things that's satisfying in a way about live action is when you're there on set, you're capturing what you're getting.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do reshoots, but what you've got, it's not. He's like, I can't no longer go back and be like, I want to change that outfit. I want to change this. You know,
Yeah.
obviously without like reshooting all of it. But you'd come back and be like, no, what we captured, we got on that day, and this is what people are gonna see.
Yeah, it's like these are all
It's
your assets.
visually, and you
build.
see it
no
all
changes.
played
Yeah.
within the actors. It's not me and the team going and digitally making these things and
Yeah.
the facial expressions. So for him, it's I love hearing those things about the behind the scenes stuff
Yeah,
of Star
yeah.
Wars, and Filoni is like the man when it comes to all of the nuances of the actual character in depth stuff. But he's also the big guy when it comes to animation, obviously. So him talking about his leap to live action and seeing the differences and kind of talking about that was cool. But a little
Yeah.
tangent, but
It's.
interesting.
I would not be surprised at all if they're already working on a new animated show. Those shows take a long time. I was listening to
do.
some people talking about how long
Take a
in
long
advance
time.
they have to do it. Like, I think Ming-Na Wen said that for her Bad Batch, she was just talking about when she even recorded the audio for that. And they obviously the animation
It's crazy
itself
when you
takes a
think
long
how
time.
many episodes they make.
She said that she said that she recorded her stuff in Bad Batch around the same time that she recorded her first appearance in the season 1 of Mandalorian,
Nice.
and that came out. You know, for season 1, like 3
So
years
crazy.
later. She was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah." It was like once they decided this was a character, it was like, "Oh, we're also going to use it over here." And so she's like,
Yeah.
"I did this, saw it, then I did some voice work for that, and then like 2 years later it came out."
Yeah.
Where like since then she
Dude.
also was in Book of Boba Fett and also Mandalorian season 2, and like there's a
Right.
lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
What?
I think I thought of another wish.
I thought you were just staring at me.
Yeah.
No, I was letting you finish.
Well, now I'm finished because I want to hear this wish.
Good riddance. No, I'm just
Good
kidding.
riddance.
No,
I'm-
when I was thinking about the movies, and I know this has been rumored about things, and I've been saying it for years, ever since Grogu was.
So you've been spreading the
introduced.
rumors.
ever since Grogu was introduced. But
Okay.
Let me guess, cloning this guy.
no,
Guy,
Everyone
dude.
comes back to cloning with this guy.
just whether it's if they do announce some sort of movie or information about a film post episode 9, finding out that Grogu is involved in that time frame, because that would
Yeah.
just allow for so much speculation to be like, what?
Yeah.
What
His
happened?
species.
How did
We've
he
seen
make
Yoda
it?
live to be 900
How did
years
he-
old.
Yeah.
So for all we know,
where is it going?
Grogu is in all Star Wars movies in the future for the next 900 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. It only makes sense.
It only makes sense.
Yeah.
I like that.
Any other wishes?
Yeah, a wish also. I know I definitely would have said the same thing as far as a wish about a Star Wars a definitive release date about I think it would be a Star Wars casting announcement, maybe even regarding a film, or a director announcement regarding a film, other than it's leaked on the Hollywood Reporter that so and so is reportedly working on a Star Wars film, because we've heard like 20 of those. More like an actual at Star Wars Celebration, this director comes out on stage with Kathleen Kennedy, and they're like, "Hey, here is Sean Levy, who did The Adam Project and Stranger Things," because he's one of the people they're talking about.
Yeah.
And here's Damon
Which
Lindelof.
is why they teased the Star Wars thing.
Here's
and,
Damon Lindelof.
The Adam Project.
Here's Damon Lindelof, and here are two of the actors that he has cast. They're not filming yet, but here's Damon Lindelof to talk a little bit about. Here's some concept art about something to do, just to see that there's some production, that there's actually something concrete there.
Yeah.
I got my hopes up. When they put together that Patty Jenkins hopping into the X-wing.
Oh my gosh, they
about
actually
her
went
dad.
through
I was
the
like, they went
whole
through the
thing
process of
making
even
that.
filming this. I was like, this is the next one, because they were even like, this is the next
This is
one. I'm like, are they filming this already, or they've already got her doing this?
And not so much.
Then
not so much.
A number of things happen. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate,
Things,
because when
stuff
these
and
directors
things.
also have other things going on. One, schedules are hard.
And
But
a
two,
lot of them
people
want to do
turn-
Star Wars.
Unfortunately, people also, the release of other films, how they're received, makes Disney and Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy, everyone go, When we announced Taika, he was coming off of Academy Award-winning Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
He's the Thor Ragnarok guy. Thor: Love and Thunder kind of fell flat for some people.
Yeah.
Again, I still haven't even seen it. I'm behind on
Okay,
Thor:
well,
Love and
that
Thunder.
in itself says something about
I have
it
a
if
son.
This guy hasn't even seen it.
I have a
Guy's
son
out.
who would also probably like the movie, but I've just been busy. But also, I'll see it. But then after that, people kind of were like, if I got a Taika movie, you take your leave. Like, some people all of a sudden went from, I'm so excited for it, I can't wait.
It's Taika, I'm out.
He directed the finale
know.
of season 1 of Mandalorian. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
Taika. And then the people were like, okay, maybe we want a different voice or something. Patty Jenkins, Wonder Woman.
I hope he gets
Woo.
another. I hope he gets another episode in Mando.
Wonder Woman 1984 comes out, and people go, I kind of like the first one better. And then, so it's unfortunate that during
know.
this time, we
The
have.
thing is, you're not gonna.
Creators
every
keep doing
movie's
their
not
stuff.
gonna please
No.
every single person. So you gotta just.
Although,
they
you know who's
gotta-
hitting-
They gotta take people that they believe is the best suited for whatever that project is.
Although,
and
you know
roll
who's
with
still out there hitting home runs?
Ryan Johnson.
My boy Ryan Johnson. The
I'll
Glass
tell you what.
Onion.
If there's one thing this guy does, it's not miss.
It's not miss.
Mid
Unless
plus
it's his.
L.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh man, this guy.
We
he
got
don't miss. He don't miss. He don't miss.
Vincent says it's honestly insane how long it's been since Fennec came to Mando and Bad Batch.
It's a
and
while.
Then he said, "Yeah, it's been a while." And he said he has got a friend who looks like Hayden Christensen. It's insane. Yeah, that is insane. A friend that looks like
Is your
Hayden
friend
Christensen.
just
Have on the
is your
podcast.
friend just Hayden Christensen?
Is your friend's name
Are
Hayden?
you sure it's not him? Are you?
Pretty cool.
Are you?
Yeah. Any other wishes, Joe? What you
I
got?
wish.
Ooh.
Upon a Star
Yep.
Wars.
Oh,
Oh.
nice. This
When
guy.
you
That was
wish upon a star war.
You
sneak in the
Upon
wars.
a
Then.
Star Wars,
Star Wars.
Yeah.
I wish. Give me Boba Fett in Bad Batch.
I like that.
Boba Fett's starship. Bad name, but we'll gloss over that.
The fire spray.
Fire spray.
The fire spray.
Sonic. What do they call it?
Sonic Charge?
Sonic
Oh,
Charge.
yeah.
Give me
Ah.
that.
Seismic charge. Yeah.
Seismic
yeah,
charge,
Seismic
seismic
charge. There you
charge.
Sonic Imploder's another throwable. And
Yeah.
I don't know, some Star Wars
go.
game.
Yep.
Seismic Charge. Give me that.
Yeah.
Just a little Easter, not even Easter egg. Just ear candy.
Just a regular egg.
Ear
Just
candy.
just
an
a
egg.
Just a regular egg that
Yeah.
explodes.
So that's
Which
not
was what
garbage.
I thought the Death Star was the first time I saw Star Wars. I had no idea what Star Wars was, and I was like, "Why did an egg in space blow up?"
Yeah.
That
A
was
cracked egg. It's got a dent in it.
And it was a New
Yeah.
Hope.
You
It
know
was
what
the
is that
greatest
small
movie of all
moon?
time.
That's
That's
no
no
moon.
moon.
Yeah, I like it.
Give me that.
That's
I
good.
like
I wish
it.
for that.
A
Just
seismic
satisfy
charge.
just that warm and
I
fuzzy
wish that the haters would show up to my doorstep.
This guy- he's
I
got-
open the door and I've just got my
Lightsaber.
Galaxy's Edge saber.
Yeah.
I'm just hitting him with the plastic.
Just taping up his hands. Like, what's
That's
up?
it.
He's like,
Just wondering if
I wish for a
haters-
new lightsaber next year, 2023.
Ooh.
Oh, hang on.
Some point I get a new
Oh,
lightsaber.
I wish for a Galaxy's Edge trip.
Okay.
Ah, okay, now we're getting
Mm.
there. I wish for Galaxy's Edge trip.
I thought you were leaning towards like character saber.
Oh,
That's if
I
I go
knew-
back
Which
to
is
Galaxy,
probably
so I've already built my own at Galaxy's Edge. If I go back to Galaxy's Edge again,
wait. I think you mean a new character,
like
a new lightsaber in Star
new-
Wars.
like everyone knows like Luke's and everyone knows
Oh, yeah,
or
yeah.
Anakin or whatever.
Not-
and everyone
I-
knows Vader.
Or
I'm
did
talking
you
like
meant like a saber for you and he.
I meant a
personally.
And I
saber
think-
for me.
okay.
wish for
I
a
thought
new
you meant
lights-
like a new.
I
Oh
think
no no no
saber
no no!
that, like,
I'm more
everyone
selfish. I'm more
recognizes.
selfish than that.
Joe
Oh,
meant
which
like
is-
when
yeah,
we got
saber
when we
for
got
me.
Kylo's saber. That
Yeah.
was a cool new
That
saber.
was sick. That
Yeah.
was
Ray's
sick.
saber.
the umbrella saber.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that actually, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, something like
Uh,
that.
I do wish for that too,
Yeah.
but no,
Double wish.
I
We're
went
gonna
more
get some
selfish.
new
I went more
sabers
selfish.
and,
I
we're
wish
gonna
I
get
wished one for
Visions
me.
too, with the umbrella sabers and all the stuff in
Yeah.
Visions. That was great.
That
That was
episode
awesome.
was actually pretty fire.
Oh, it was awesome.
Ronan?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't. I'm not poking
That's-
fun
yeah,
at it. It was
that one was-
awesome. It was
great.
really cool. There's so much
The
of Visions
holster.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
There
Dude.
was so much of Visions that was.
Oh, yeah.
I
It
can't
was
wait for
really
the second
cool.
season of that. That was awesome.
Yeah. Are we gonna get a ballad this time instead of a rock song?
Yeah,
For
we
episode
I think
two.
so.
We might.
Yeah.
I think we
But
will.
yeah, a new lightsaber.
A new
at some
lightsaber.
point, whether it's from
Mhm.
Galaxy's Edge or I buy one or something.
and you would
online.
since you built your own, you would
Oh yeah, I
pick
was
one
saying,
that
you said
exists.
character saber. You made me think. When I went to Galaxy's Edge, I did the process of building it, and which is a great experience. Everybody
Yeah.
should
It is
do
very
that
cool.
if they can, at some point. But I might go with a legacy saber and get a character saber.
I think that's a solid
because
choice.
That would be it'd
Yeah.
also be cool to have like Mace Windu's saber.
I think you have to experience both. You got to experience the
Yeah.
creation, and then after that, you're like,
I got the one I built. I've got mine.
That's mine.
Give me Mace
Give me
Windu's
yours.
now. I'm collecting them. Yeah, I've got mine. Give me yours.
Give me yours.
I'll be having that.
General Grievous now. I'm just collecting sabers. Yeah, but yeah. Vincent says we already got Cad Bane and Bad Batch. I think we could get Boba Fett soon.
Yeah.
We mentioned that earlier in the episode. The potential of Alpha.
Yep.
Boba Fett meeting up with
Alpha Fett.
Omega at some point.
Oh yeah. Wait, do we think that this is
Alpha Fett.
Alpha Fett? I
Omega
love it.
Fett.
Omega Fett.
Omega Fett. That's
That's so good.
that doesn't flow well. That feels
No.
weird.
No.
I don't think I like that.
No.
Do we think this is not even a wish, but do we think we get any more live action Cobb Vanth anywhere? Because they showed that he's alive, but I don't think of Boba Fett season 2 is happening.
No.
I don't think Cobb Vanth is
He doesn't seem-
enlisted in the
He
Mandalorian
doesn't seem
war,
connected to the
other than he
Mandalorian.
had armor. But he's not.
No.
He's not Mandalorian. He's a sheriff.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, I don't.
I think that
don't
was a
think so,
great
yeah.
connection for what it was, and
He served his purpose.
Yeah.
We can.
What about a Chrysanthemum?
I
Give-
do think
yeah,
we
give
get
me that.
Chrysanthemum at some point.
But here's the question: in what?
Remember when we thought for sure he'd be an Obi-Wan?
Well, here's
Like,
the
oh,
thing.
he's going to be an Obi-Wan. He's still alive. We know that they had
It is-
encounters in the comics. He has to be. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Well, here's the thing, though. With all those characters, there's a lot of these that's like, oh, it makes sense they wouldn't just bring him in for this. But also, I mean, there's nothing that suggests that Chrysanthemum would be in Acolyte
No.
or that Chrysanthemum's going to be in
The
a
only-
future
yeah.
movie.
I think
Also, that he would have anything to do with Mandalorian
I was gonna
stuff.
say,
So
I
it's
think the
like there's
only
not
way
a
we
ton
get
of other
them-
things in that. Like,
yeah.
just like I don't know if is Fennec going to be in Mandalorian season 3?
I mean, have we ever seen a Mandalorian Wookiee?
But would Fennec be in Mandalorian season 3?
I think the
She's
only
with
way
Boba.
these,
Only if Boba.
I was gonna
is
say
'cause
the only
those
way
two
I
are-
see these characters crossing into this other stuff is if Boba's involved.
And I just like that
I don't
it's
see
they're just
Fennec
continuously.
and Black Chrysanthemum leaving Boba to go help Mando.
No, this was
To me, it
also
would make
after
more
Bo-
sense if Boba
Boba.
went and helped Mando.
Boba was like, "I am the crime lord." Actually, I don't.
also-
Actually, I don't want the job.
I don't want the job.
Actually,
It's not
I don't want the job.
for me.
Yeah.
I'm
So
outta The Pikes are like, "Really, dude? Really?"
You just
We wanted
mowed
the
us
job.
down.
we wanted the
The
job.
Hutts are like, "Wheel us back in here. We're coming back in because we want the job."
Yeah. So
Here we go. Black Chrysanthemum
I think he
in Bad
could
Batch.
be.
Bad. Oh,
Because
now that would be interesting.
I could see that.
Boba Fett, okay. And maybe they bring him in a cage like the young Rancor, like Moki or whatever his name was.
He was
Oh,
too
yeah.
great of a character to not be in something else live action.
Yeah.
He'll be in something. It's
Yeah.
just a matter of time whether they do a more Boba Fett series, whether they continue
Yeah, I
it
don't
or
see a Boba Fett.
What
season
about a
two.
Or-
Chrysanthemum series?
oh yeah,
Cool.
It's just him
It's
just raging,
It's just
him
him
in the
and it's
gladiator pits.
The gladiator.
Yeah.
The pits.
Yeah.
ripping arms off people.
This week it's
Episode
Chrysanthemum
1.
versus Hulk.
Forearms.
Chrysanthemum versus Hulk.
Where's Hulk? Yeah,
There's Chrysanthemum versus Thor. We know each other. There's a Wookiee from work.
yeah.
No.
Vincent says,
It's a
"What do
friend
y'all
from
think
work."
of Darth Sidious
Friend
and
from
Bad
work.
Batch?"
That's good. He's a friend from work.
He's
Wook.
a friend from Wook. That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
Last thing before we wrap up, Vincent says, "What do y'all think of Darth Sidious in Bad Batch?" Can't wait for it.
Yeah.
Excited.
It's fantastic, and it fits. It fits well because
Yeah.
again, it's
Makes sense.
a matter of cloning, and that's all. That's a big theme for Bad Batch. And who's the head of that? Palpatine. Palps. Good old Palps.
Good old Palps. Sheev. What a name.
Good old Sheev.
Sheev's a great
Good
name.
old
Yeah.
Sheev.
Wouldn't name my kid it.
Easy.
Kid it.
No, I wouldn't name my kid it.
Yeah.
Kidditch.
Kidditch.
There you go.
Nice game of Quidditch. Quidditch is easy enough to understand. That's my Oliver Wood.
There you go. But no, I love it, and we said this earlier too. But with him coming back with the voice and everything, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, give me more Ian. It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
Love it. We are thankful. We are excited for the new year, and we love gifts.
We
If there's
love
anything
gifts.
you remember from this podcast,
We love gifts.
that we love gifts.
So our
Star
address is
Wars.
below. You can hit the link.
yeah, if you want
Yeah.
to send me some
And
Galaxy's Edge
thanks,
tickets, or
chat, you better thank him. No, thank Joe for coming on. Thanks, Joe.
thank you, Joe.
Joe, it's always fun having
Anytime.
Joe on.
Of course.
But yeah, I think that's it. Star
Nate?
Wars Guys Holiday Special 2023. Things we're thankful for. Some great, some of the best gifts of all time that we've had. Memorable moments, and then things we're wishing for, hoping for, looking forward to in the new year. And with that said, thanks for tuning in. Happy New Year, happy holidays, and as always, may the Force be with you.
Good, Anakin. Good. Kill him. Kill him now.
Like
a panther. It's not the Jedi way.
It's not the Jedi way.
Ezra.
Ezra.
Kanan. I gotta find my
I'm
parents.
not
Kanan.
giving.
Kanan. Ezra.
You're not getting a loath cat for Christmas.
Look, I got your tongue, Kanan.
Those guy got your eyes.
You're not
can't see
getting
me,
a loath
Kanan.
cat for Life Day, Ezra.
You see me now? You see me now?
Ezra's just.
But Kanan.
You can't see me.
But Kanan. You can't see.
You can't see me.
I want a loaf cat for life.